One thing that's so commonly said, but people don't know how to actually do, is to believe in themselves. You know, you can have all these goals for yourself, you can have all these aspirations, and, you know, you can want to accomplish something, but everybody says if you don't believe in yourself, it's always going to be a waste of time, right? But since you're so used to hearing it, what does believing in yourself actually mean? And, simply put, believing in yourself simply means not faking it till you make it, not, putting on a show for others, so that their beliefs can inspire you to start believing in yourself. It's none of that. What actually, like, the true, for me at least, thing of believing in yourself is deep down knowing that however many times you get cracked down to the ground, beat down, fail horribly, miserably, like fail, be embarrassed, or if something doesn't work out, just to not be stressed about it, because you know deep down that, it's only a matter of time before you achieve that thing, because you already know that you have it. Sometimes when you're out of your league and you're not, and you have it or you don't. So, if you want something out of your reach, you might ask yourself, like, okay, if you, insist that you know it all, how do you believe in yourself? And simply put, to feel belief in yourself, you first have to start respecting yourself. I see so many people put so much time towards things like video games, phones, other people's relationships, which is, it's totally okay. I'm not in any way guilt tripping you about that. But so much of the time, you're putting up your focus, your attention, and your energy towards things that don't actually fulfill what you want to achieve in the future or help you. How are you going to respect yourself more if you're playing video games all day? If you're just binge watching TV shows mindlessly when your goals were supposed to be achieved years ago, and you just give up on it now because you think it's too late, and there's always a time limit on my goals, and if I don't hit that time limit, then that goal's over. But I'm telling you right now, once you start believing in yourself and just simply putting more effort and time towards your own life, put this into perspective. What if you were to take that same amount of focus you put, I was literally thinking the same thing, or like earlier today. What if you put that same amount of focus you put at your 9 to 5 job, let's say you're a teenager, put that same amount of focus, that hard work, at least that I put into my job, and to my own life. I've started doing that recently. I've stopped working my 9 to 5 job, and I've started doing things that actually make me happy. I've started resting and taking good care of my physical health. I've stopped, caring so much about all this money, because I know that, if I put my head down and work, and it's okay if I don't have the most money or the nicest things around me right now, but if I put my head down, work, and focus towards what I actually want, I know that in a couple years, there's no way I won't have an abundance of the things I have, dreamed of. And just, it's like, if I believe in myself and God's with me, my mentality is, who can stop me, right? The only thing that's stopping me that I've learned is myself. Like, deep down, I wanted to blame so many other people for my failures and just for not being where I want to be today. And, I'm still not in the place where I want to be today. But, the only person I can blame is my past actions. But I've learned that I just need to move forward and move on with my life. Because I've blamed myself for so many years for things that either were out of my control or just things that I needed to move on from years ago. And finally moving on, it just feels so freeing. Like, freeing myself from all the chains in the past, and all the familiar patterns I followed because I was scared to try something new. And I'm scared. I was scared to, go against other people's opinions and do something for myself for once. Instead of all that, I started believing in myself, and I know deep down that, like, I'm with me. Like, I got me. If someone was to say that I'm a horrible person, I'm selfish, it wouldn't faze me at all, because I spend the most time with myself and I know who I actually am. That perception gets distorted whenever I'm around too many people or the wrong crowd. That, like, doesn't do any good to me. Which is why you really gotta watch who you're around. Because everything you say, do, see, smell, hear, it's a byproduct of who you actually become. So every time you're around somebody, start to question if this person will actually be beneficial towards my development as a person, and not just hanging out with them because, you have no options. My mentality is, if, I don't have any good friends, I'll simply have no friends. I'd rather surround myself by myself because I know I'm better than, a bad crowd or a bad influence. That would just lead me down the wrong path. But I'm telling you guys, it's so much easier when you just stop oversimplifying your goals. You think you need this fancy plan, or you need all these Instagram quotes to inspire you to get out of bed. You need to get up at 5:30 and take a cold plunge, and then eat 13,000 raw eggs, and then, deadlift 800 pounds, and then you're ready to make $1 million, something like that. But, I'm telling you right now, you don't need to have, you don't even, bro, you don't need any of that, actually. Scratch that. You don't need any of that. But, it's life becomes so much more beautiful when you just keep it simple in life, and you just think of what you want to do, how you're going to do it, and, like, how you're going to go about that. Those 3 steps will take you a long way in life. And not only that, if you just start to write it down, and you continue writing that down, that kind of creates a pattern in your mind to think that, oh, I actually can, like, start to see this, because, I'm putting so much time and effort into this. So that'll make your mind automatically start to respect yourself more. And what happens when you respect yourself more? You believe in yourself more, right? And once you believe in yourself more, you start to take more risks, and you might fail a little bit, but those failures aren't going to hurt as much as they once did. Why? Because you don't care, because you already know that it's only a matter of time before you get what you want. I used to watch these type of videos all the time and think that, like, I would be able to get it, just what I wanted, like, next week or something like that. And that if I didn't get it by the time I was, like, turning 18, I'm a failure. But here I am, a couple months away from 18. I still haven't got it because, I've been going through a lot of learning periods at this time. But I'm not trying to make this about me, because I want you guys to really just have insight on, like, just what I'm learning from, and I want you guys to apply this to your own life. Like, simply put, just stick to what I'm saying, as in, like, believing in yourself and putting more time and respect towards you. I'm not saying to be selfish and just cut everybody off, because, you see all that weird stuff on social media. You don't have to do any of that. Just put 30 minutes or an hour aside to do some journaling, to, like, meditate on what you actually want to achieve. If you just do that, you give yourself more rest, you take care of your health, and you surround yourself around the right people, and most importantly, you find the Lord, man, Lord knows what you'll do. Most importantly, don't quit because you don't see any results. The results will come, but, you just gotta stay consistent, alright?